Hey there, how there, ho, there's Jeff Cutter down. Welcome to tonight's Stone Cold Hockey video. We are doing the 16 season tournament of champions, if you will, because we got many seasons. We got 65, 68, 71, 75, 79, 82, 84, 91, 92, 94, 2006, 12, 22, 23, 24, 25. So it's the top two teams in each thing through the tourney, not in real life, but in the tourney format. As you can see, the points right now, Guy Lafleur, the 79 Habs, has 13 points. March Marner, the 25 leaves with 12. Neil Broad and Kevin Stevens and Sergei Fedorov, 11 each. Goals against, Jake Ottinger looking good, Charlie Hodge, and Roger Crozier. You look at the bracket. As you can see, we have 7 teams that were not projected to make it out of the bracket. So we had 7 upsets out of 16. The 75 Bruins, they took care of the 94 Rangers in 6, and the 22 Avalanche took care of the 24 Sabres in 5. A lot of people thought the 94 Rangers were going to be good. The 82 Bruins shocked their 24 counterparts in 7, and the 91 Penguins survived the 2012 Avalanche in 7. The 25 Stars took care of the 23 Bruins, big win for them, and the 79 Habs beat the 22 Stars. The 79 Islanders took care of the 82 Oilers, took care of Gretzky and Co. like they were supposed to. The 35 Sabres took care of the 23 Rangers. The 68 Habs swept the 68 Bruins. The 71 Rangers took care of the 06 Wings in 7. The 65 Habs took care of the 06 Flames in 6. The 2012 Coyotes won in 7 over the 94 Red Wings. The 71 Habs in 6 over the 84 Sabres. Yeah, the 71 Habs took care of the 84 Sabres. The 65 Red Wings took care of the 92 Red Wings. The 92 Canucks took care of the 84 North Stars in 7, and the 25 Leafs took care of the 91 Kings in 6. Oh, we're down to 16. Here we go. Game 1, the 22 Avalanche won 3-2. Vancouver beat Shield Bear. Boston 2-0. Hodge Sr. and Busick. Rantanen, McKinnon, Obe Kubo. The 25 Stars win 2-1 over the 79 Habs. Archer beat Rock. Hintz and Blackwell with the goals gaining from Montreal. The 71 Rangers in overtime. Terrible Tedder break the walls down. Assist by Kachuk. Everyone Habs big win on the road 5-2. Phil Meyer in net against Crozier. Lindsay and Ullman for Detroit. Lapointe, Lemaire, Tartif, Pete Malvish, Lemaire. The 92 Canucks in overtime. McLean over Stollerts. Vancouver goes by Merson, Linden, and Adams in regulation. Nyes with 2 goals. Tavares for the 25 Leafs. And then Lume at 422, future Leaf, for Litzer and Cornell. 65 hats with a shutout. Worsley doing his job. Ferguson with 2 goals. '79 Islanders 6-2 over the 75 Sabres. Smith beats Bromley. Buffalo goals by Rick Martin and Rick Dudley. Howitt, Warmer, Harris, Tonelli, and 2 goals by Bob Worm. 91 Penguins 6-3. Wendell Young, Kitchener. He's back there. This goes by Bork, Park, and Middleton. Pittsburgh goes by Coffee, Kitchener, Herdina, Solapsky. Solapsky's not supposed to be there. He's Hartford. Becky, Herdina, and Bork. Game 2s. 79 Habs split 4-2. La Rock over Ottager. Dallas goes by Hinton, Dadanoff. Shut LaRouche, and 2 by Jacques Lemaire. 71 Rangers are now halfway home to the next round. 3-2. Jackman over Fashon. Trombley, Harris for Montreal. Hatfield, Irvin, and Rochelle Bear for the Rangers. 65 Red Wings tie their series 8-3. Crozier over Fashon. Belleville, Lapointe, Cornouaille for Montreal. Detroit goes by Howe, Ullman, Ron Murphy with a pair. Joyal, Delvecchio, Parker, McDonald, and Delvecchio. 92 Canucks are now halfway home to a big upset. 5-4 McLean over Wool. Vancouver was up 3-0 on goals by Adams, Nevin, and Russell. Toronto scored 4 straight. Tavares, Holmberg, Tenev, and Matthews. But Vancouver got 2 goals by Linden and Vogt to win. 65 Habs are halfway home 3-2. Worsley over La Barbara. Phoenix goes by Pyatt and Korpikoski. Montreal goes by Backstrom, Leperrier, and Tremblay. Shields Tremblay, that is. Leperrier. 75 Sabres 7-4 as Crozier beats Smith. Buffalo scored the first 5 goals. Right? Robert, Loose, Kitchener, Carrier, Guverman, Paramount. Islanders scored the next 3. Merrick, Hurt, and Bossy. With Perot scoring for Buffalo, Dudley, and Danny Potvin for the Islanders. 82 Penguins. 82 Bruins win 6-4. Barron beats Peter Angelo. Pittsburgh goes by Loney, Coffee, Kitchener. Coffee again. Kitchener. Recky's 7th goal. Boston goes by Middleton, who had a hat trick in the first period. Don McCart scored. Then Steve Casper with a pair. And the 75 Bruins win in overtime. Taz O'Reilly quickly from Hodge and Cashman. Roderick being Kemper. Only 3 teams are up 2-0. Boston wins 4-3. Gilbert over Kemper. Boston goes by Marcotte, Forbes, Dallas Smith, and Bobby Orr. Colorado goes by Rantanen, McKinnon, and McKinnon. Montreal winning in Dallas 4-3. Dryden beats Ottinger. Dallas goes by Harley, Hintz, and Wyatt Johnston. Montreal goes by Larry Robinson, Kitchener, Gainey, Lambert, and Shoot. 71 Habs 2-1 up. Fashionable beats Cuddlezier. Goes by Belleville, Big M. Mahavlich, Savard, Rajon Uhl, and Johnny Ferguson. Detroit goes by Gordy, Parker, and Ron Murphy. Islanders 8-3 as Chico beats Rocky Fire. Oh, Rocky Fire, you suck. Martin, Dudley, and Jim Lawrence. Kitchener. Islanders go by Bossy, Henning, Pata, and Trottier. Gillies, Bossy, Gillies, Pata. '82 Boston in overtime. Taz O'Reilly at 14-11 from McNabb and Jonathan. 71 Rangers. They're 1 win away. 3-0. Jackman over Fashawn. Hatfield Park and Moose DuPont for the Rangers. Yes, he was a New York Ranger. Hi. Vancouver wins in overtime. So now the 92 Nucks look like they're going to win. McLean over Wool in overtime. Nice for Toronto, but Ronnie. Jim Sandlack. Kitchener in overtime at 96 minutes. So that was at double overtime from Linden and Nethed. 96 minutes of pure excitement, but McLean wins. And the 65 Habs are now 1 away from taking care of those pesky Coyotes, 2-0. Hodge does over La Barbara. Backstrom with a pair of goals. Boston, 75 Boston looks like they're going to pull the upset. They win in overtime. Carol Fadney quickly from Orr and Marcotte. So 75 Bruins look like they're going to knock out the 22 Avalanche. 79 Habs are now 1 away. They're at number 4. Guy Lafleur at 11:37 from Robinson and Hull. Dryden beats to Smith. 65 Detroit made it a game 6 against Montreal. 4-3 Crozier beats Meyer. Detroit goes by Floyd Smith, Murphy, Paul Henderson. Yeah, he was around. Floyd Smith. Montreal goes by the Big M, Pete Mahovlich, and Dogogato Phil Roberto. 3 chances to sweep. The 79 Islanders are 1 win away from pulling off the upset. Well, they're the 20 seed. The 75 Sabres are the 5 seed. 7-0. Swift over Bromley, Nystrom, Gillies, Potvin, Bossy with the natural hat trick, and Chartier. 82 Bruins again win in overtime. They're now up 3-1, trying to pull off the massive upset of Pittsburgh. Rick Middleton at 117 over Wendell Young, Baron from McConnell and Peterson. 71 Rangers, do they do the sweep? They do indeed. The 6 seed survives 2-0. They score 2 shutouts in Montreal. Jackman does the job. Rod Sealing, Kitchener, and Bruce McGregor. Not so Kitchener, but 71 Rangers. 68 Habs. Rogie was 2-3. Gump 2-1. Well, they swept the 68 Bruins, but they got swept themselves by the 71 Rangers. Dick Duff, Brett Brockstrom, and Claude Provo with 7 points each. Vancouver loses in overtime. Quick at a minute 13, Hildeby had to come in for the injured Stollards. Nice from Marner and Matthews. Series isn't over yet. Well, Ryan Welter was in the box, but series isn't over yet. Montreal loses to Phoenix 4-3. Smith beats Hodge. Phoenix goes by Ferbata, Torres, Korpakowski, and Dean in the third period. Montreal, Belleville, Russo, Backstrom, but still not over yet. Only one series at 2-2. And the 71 Habs will go home with a big advantage. 3-2 Meyer beats Crozier. 71 Montreal was down 2-0. Lindsay McGregor, but they scored 3 goals. Lemaire and the Big M were 2. 75 Bruins don't do the job. Colorado wins 5-2 and keeps going. Ross Brooks losing to Darcy Kepper. Boston goes by Shepard and Bobby Orr. Colorado goes by Comfort, Rantanen, Helm, Landeskog, Kitchener, and Darren Helm again. The 79 Habs win. The 4 seed survives 5-1. Bunny LaRock beats Casey DeSmith. Duchesne, the only goal for Dallas. Montreal goes by Mario Tremblay. Spit. Houle shut Lafleur and Houle again. You know my rule about Mario Tremblay. 92 Vancouver wins. They're the 11th seed. They beat the Leafs. Typical Leafs. Vancouver wins 5-3. McLean does his job against Wool. Toronto goes by Marner, Robertson, and Jared McCabe. Vancouver goes by Walter, Nedved with the hat trick, and Jeffrey Corno finally scoring a goal. But the 25 Leafs are out. Number 9. Stolarz 3-2. Wool 1-4. Hildebeest 1-0. Joseph Wool was not the answer. They took care of the 91 Kings with Gretzky in 6, but got taken out with the 92 Canucks with Burrow in 5. Mitch Marner, 18 points, only scoring 2 goals. He had 16 assists, 6 more points than the second best point getter was Nylander and Matthews. So Mitch Marner wasn't the failure in this one. The 65 Habs lose in Phoenix 4-2. Smith beats the Hodge. Under Jordan Bellin scored. It was 2-0. Ray Whitney, Ekman Larson, and 2 by Doan. 39 Islanders lose in Buffalo 7-4. Bromley beats Chico. Islander goes by Bossy, Pearson, Trny and Gillies. Buffalo goes by Martin Lawrence, Kitchener, Martin Perot, Haight, Brian Spinner Spencer, and Perot with Vladimir Trick. A2 Bruins win their series and shock the 2 seed 91 Penguins. Wow. They're number 23. Well, Colorado will need to win the next two to face the A2 Bruins. 7-5 Boston. Barron beats Brasso. Pittsburgh goes by Coffee, Kitchener, Stevens, Mullen, Recchi, and Recchi again. Boston goes by Marcotte, Casper, Park, O'Reilly, Peterson, Crowder, and Barry Peterson is your winner. The 82 Bruins beat the 91 Penguins. Brasso 3-4, Wendell Young 1-2, Pietrangelo 1-1. Recchi 21 points. Stevens had 18, but yeah, they had a tough time with the 2012 Avalanche. They were actually down 3-0, but now they fell. So we have what? We have 4 series at 3-2. Boston? Well, they did it. The 1 seed is out. 75 Bruins are going to win, and they're going to face Montreal. Yes, they will. Because the 1 seed and 2 seed out, the next seed is the 79 Habs, the 4 seed they're in. So it's the 75 Bruins and the 79 Habitants. So Cherry will face 79 Montreal. Because he was coach at 75. Pep Gildan stepped down, I think. Boston actually had to score to make it 5-5 Forbes from Marcotte and Orr. And at 2:02 of overtime, Taz O'Reilly from Busick and Shepard. So Colorado is out. Kemper 5-5, Frank Course 1-0. Why the hell did they not put Frank Course in? Rantanen and Kadri with 14 points each. Kadri had 8 goals. But I never yelled Kitchener because I guess the games didn't matter. They beat the 24 Sabres in 5 and lost to the 75 Bruins in 6. Okay, 71 Habs. They lose. They have to go to Game 7 in Detroit. Cruiser beats Meyer. Trny from Montreal. Detroit goes by Pitt. McGregor, Ullman, and Lowell McDonald. Don't let the L fool you. That's Lowell McDonald, not Lenny. 65 Habs. Take out the 2012 Coyotes. 18 beats 7. 5-2. Smith loses to Hodge. Phoenix goes by Korpikoski and Torres. Provo, Ballin, Balivo, Provo, and Pocket Rocket for Montreal. And the 79 Islanders, the 20 seed, take out the 5 seed Sabres 2-1. Bromley loses to Chico. Rene Robert for Buffalo. Bourne and Gillies for the 79 Islanders. We're down to 1 Game 7. And we're going to play it because why not? Game 7 between the 65 Red Wings and the 71 Habitants. In real life, the 71 Habs won the Stanley Cup. The 65 Red Wings got taken out of the semifinals. So it's Crozier versus Vachon. I see the lineup there. The fake names, the Roadrunner, Ivan Cornelier, Pistol Pete Mahavlich, Jacques Lemaire, known for the Trap Guy, Gentleman John Belleville, his final season, Mark Tartif, who was a fit player in the NHL, then went to the WHA and was better. The Big M, Frank Mahavlich, who Detroit traded to Montreal. Of course, Toronto traded him to Detroit because Punch and Black was a dickwad. There I said it. John Ferguson Sr., not Jr. Relax, Leafs fans. Point to the point. Phil Roberto, one of the guys who assisted on Joe Belleville's 500 goal, and they traded him to Detroit, I thought. Pocket Rocket Richard. Oh, no, they didn't. Yeah, Pocket Rocket Richard. J.C. Tremblay, another guy who would do better in the WJ. Rajon Peanut Houle, as they call him. Serge Savard, the center, a young Serge Savard. Larry Plow, Terry Harper, Jacques Lepere, Pierre Bouchard. The 65 Red Wings, Normie Ullman, Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe, Alex DeFecchio, Floyd Smith, future Leafs coach, terrible Ted Lindsay, after 4 years away from language and retirement. Parker McDonald, Eddie Joyle, Paul Henderson, Pitt Martin, Red Wing, Gary Bergman, who would later play for Canada in the semi-series, Malfontaine, Mr. Clean, where they got a penalty, Martha Protovo, former Leaf. Bill Gadsby was around that team. Here we go. 1 minute in. A penalty on Montreal as Bruce McGregor whacks John No, Bruce McGregor gets whacked by John Ferguson. Incredible Ted Lindsay from Chronicle and Barkley. Pitcher ready to coach Doug Barkley, to be honest. Montreal trying to strike back early, but no. 3 minutes. Yep, a chance for Murphy. Oh. Let's go. Double hit. 5 minutes later. Got it? Floyd Smith. Can Montreal take advantage? They will. Peanut. Reginald with the goal from Pointu and Lemaire. 1-1. 1-1 through 20. 6 more minutes. Floyd the Barber hit 6 from Colin Primival. Four minutes later. Montreal scores. Meep, meep. The Road Runner his 7 from Pistol Pete and Henri. 2-2. 3 minutes later. Montreal scores. Lindsay does it again from Parker McDonald. 3-2. Much later. Montreal. Oh, they've got it up again. Oh, no. Detroit's up 3-2. 4 minutes later. Aggression. It's Pocket Rocket, of all people. Hit Martin the kick. Alright, Gordie Howe scores. Mr. Houghton from the Frager. Doubles up. 4-2 for the Red Wings. 2 minutes later. He's so loyal, Eddie Joe. Henderson and Parker, 5-2, and now we gotta put the octopus in net. Why the hell have they not put him in net? Just trying to kill the clock. And Bruce McGregor scores to make it 6-2. So which everyone has is just fundamental. And that's it. Now, Montreal, Detroit. Yeah, Montreal. 71 Habs won games 1-3-5. Detroit won 2-4-6. Montreal was supposed to win. So the 8 seed beats the 17 seed. The 71 Habs are gone. Rogie 4-3. Meyer 3-3. Drennan had to come in relief twice. But yeah, the goalies. They took out the 84 Sabres in 6, but they couldn't take out the 65 Red Wings. Belleville and Tartuffe, 14 points. Guess you can't force Tartuffe to stay in the thing. We are down to the quarterfinals. It is the 30 seed 75 Bruins taking on the 4 seed 79 Habs. The 23 seed 82 Bruins taking on the 6 seed 71 Rangers. Yeah, the 79 Islanders, number 20, taking on the number 8 seed 65 Red Wings. So Montreal Rangers and Detroit are the only 3 teams that were pegged to make the quarterfinals who made it. And the 18 seed 65 Habs take on the 11 seed 92 Canucks. Montreal and Boston both have 2 teams in. Detroit, Islanders, Rangers, Vancouver have 1. So 6 franchises still have a team in play. I don't know who the strongest franchise will be, but it doesn't matter, does it? Anyway, I'm just going to do.